What's up, everybody? It's your boys, Cam and T, back at it again with another episode of the Cam and T podcast. If you like this podcast, I know y'all seeing this on YouTube. You can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, as well, if you're on X or Twitter, whatever they call it right now, please retweet this, show love, like the video as well. It helps with the algorithm on Twitter. And then also as well, just follow us on all our social media page, X, also as well on Instagram, we're going to be at TCT Podcast 1, TikTok as well, same thing. Appreciate you guys' love and support. I am your co-host, Tony T. Time West, man. We got my brother from another mother, Cam. What's going on, bro? Happy Pod Day, bro.
Happy Pod Day, bro. I already know it's a good Tuesday, man. We got a lot to cover tonight, y'all. So we gonna try to get y'all through it. I ain't gonna lie to you, and we got some special guests as well. So
we definitely got some special guests on tonight too, man. Definitely, I'm glad to have them on because they actually had us on their podcast about a year ago, roughly, probably, Cam. Maybe almost about a year ago.
It might have been, man.
It's been about a year. It's been about a year that we went on their podcast. So definitely go check them out as well because we're gonna shout them out in a minute. But yeah, we got some exciting guests on tonight. Before we even move forward with bringing our guests on, a lot of things to talk about tonight, a lot of sports situations, a lot of everything. So it's going to be a lot. We're going to talk Super Bowl, halftime performances. We're going to talk all that. So it's going to be a really exciting show. But go ahead.
Spoiler alert. It's not going to be a short one. It ain't gonna be one of the spoiler alert.
It ain't gonna be one of those short podcasts, is it, Cam?
No, man.
It's gonna be a lengthy one, man. It's gonna be a good one. You're gonna want to tune in. It's gonna be a good one. You're gonna want to be here for it. It's gonna be good. And without further ado, I do want to go ahead and bring in our guest from the Pure Rap Podcast. We went on their podcast as well. Like I said, almost a year ago at this point. We got our guy Caleb also as well. We got our boy Darnell. Appreciate y'all coming to the pod, man. How are y'all doing? Thanks for y'all coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, days have been better, that's for sure. But we're gonna keep pushing, especially what we're gonna talk about today. But first off, just want to say thank you for letting us join you guys.
Absolutely.
It's a deep honor knowing that I told you, Cam, you got Carolina Panther football talk, and to have us join you guys in the midst of all the drama, I'm honored.
Yes, sir.
Funny, I don't know if you can see now. It got kind of dark in my room, but I'm wearing a Bryce Young shirt, so purposely.
Oh man,
purposely.
Ooh.
But we're gonna talk about that later. But Darnell, he actually, if people that don't know, we're three of us. Our normal host for our podcast wasn't able to join us tonight, but Darnell, whatever you want to call him. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, happy Pod Day to y'all too, man. It's an honor to be on y'all platform, just like you guys were on us too. So special thanks for that too, and all that appreciation. But I'm one of three of the Pure Rap Podcast co-host, and we do a lot of music from how you guys do football. We do the album reviews. We was doing reactions. We were doing we're doing like albums of each day. On this day, we were doing those. So we did a lot of little groupie stuff too. And then we was out in the field in our own city during the time. Hopefully get some more videos too, talking about the Drake and Kendrick. So
I seen that. That was really good. That was a good video.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then this time right now, I don't want to talk about it, this topic before, but it'll probably be funny if we was out in the field talking about what we'll talk about later on the show.
Yeah. So, you know it. We gonna get on the Diddler. Yeah. Don't worry.
Hey, look, Malik already in the comments.
Yeah. We're gonna get on the Diddler. Oh, he ain't getting away from me. Oh, I've been doing this for about 20 years, so he ain't getting away from me. We gonna talk about this tonight.
Yeah. Right now, we're kind of on a break. We're trying to get things planned for the fall. We plan on doing our podcast in person going forward. That's the main goal. Okay. Doing it, be in the room together, editing our content and all that, and doing more, like street, going out to the streets of, say, because we're in San Diego, hit the streets, bring up, convo topics with people. We got LA 2 hours north, hit up LA, hit up Vegas, eventually that's the goal going forward is make content in different cities as well, but also put on for our city, for San Diego, when it comes to music, do interviews with local and worldwide talent as well with music, or if even if you do podcasts, or we've had chefs on our podcast and we've interviewed them. If you're working, we want to work with you too.
For everything. So,
absolutely. Well, again, you guys, thank y'all for coming on. I love y'all's podcast, and if you're into music, y'all got to check this podcast out, man. The Pure Podcast Pure Rap Podcast, on all streaming platforms. They're really good. They really break down music in a really elegant way. Y'all definitely got to go check it out. And they can talk sports too. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to jump into some quick college football, not for too long because we got so much to cover. I did want to talk a little bit about Georgia struggling with Kentucky. Cam, I'm going to start off with you because we kind of the more like big college football heads. What did you think about Georgia struggling with Kentucky? Like, did you feel like that was just they bored, like, type of vibe? Because, Clemson used to do that, too, when they was really elite. They would just get bored one weekend and say, all right, we're going to let this team stick around. Do you feel like it was one of them situations, or you think Georgia has bigger problems than what people may be putting on?
I think kind of what you were saying, I think they were looking ahead too much.
Yeah.
Georgia was, you know what I'm saying?
They got some big games coming up, too. They got Alabama in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge game. I think Texas, like, a couple of weeks after that. So they might have been looking ahead as well. You're right.
Yeah. And their aspirations are already huge. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking about, a 16, 17 game season. Yeah. 16 game season that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, and in Kentucky, as you know, I mean, I think we touched on it a little bit last week. They looked garbage against South Carolina. It was kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? And they didn't look too good. Again, offensively against Georgia, but they are playing, arguably the best defense in the country. Right. So, and then Georgia-wise, offensively they didn't look too good. And I know they had ETN and Branson Robinson both coming back from injury. So I think they tried to get them boys some manufactured touches. And then I just think they couldn't really get anything going, partly because of what you said. I mean, they just kind of were looking ahead. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think they kind of set their sights past Kentucky. And Kirby Smart kind of alluded to it in the post game on the field interview where he was like, "No, he pretty much said I'm gonna get on these boys this week because this can't be Georgia football moving forward if we got national championship aspirations." Absolutely,
Kayla, what you think about it?
Well, yeah, I was at a 1-year-old's birthday party, so I didn't get to watch the game. Mm-hmm. But once I got off work. But I noticed it was like 9-3 in the third quarter. Kentucky was up or something like that. Something crazy. Yeah, that was a shocker to me because Georgia being the number 1 ranked team going into that matchup. Kentucky, they should be able to be the team like Kentucky if you're going to be the number 1 ranked team in the nation. So that was a shock to me, honestly. Now that I've seen the Texas leap them, so which is deserving in my opinion. Thankfully, they're in the SEC now, and my Utah Utes don't gotta deal with them in conference play. But I'll take it. They can stay in the SEC as long as my Utes can compete for the Big 12.
Absolutely. I ain't mad at that. Darnell, any thoughts on it?
Shoot, I ain't really checked out too much college football. Just like Colorado. I mean, just the big name players. Like, I wish I could get it all. I'm really more of like a college basketball, like when March Madness
really
comes around. Like, I'm more in tune with that because
So you and Cam can click up on that because see, that's where I get a little ignorant. I don't really do. I'm starting to get back into college basketball like the last, I don't know, maybe 2 years. I've been getting back into college basketball, but I don't know every player. I really only know UCLA players, a few players in the Carolinas, and that's it. Like I don't really know nobody else. So maybe in March we'll have to bring y'all back up here and talk college basketball.
Now Darnell's the basketball guy in our podcast. Brian, I'm more, I try to keep up.
Cam is more the basketball guy too, really on both sides, basketball and NBA and college. So I'm more the football dude. Cam a football dude too, but he got that basketball knowledge down to
I know
we go with the basketball talk. I let Cam lead the way. Like Cam, go ahead, you got it, bro.
I like college football too. I know. I mean, it's just hard to keep up with it, but I know.
It's so many teams.
I know the big names just when they come out. Heisman,
absolutely.
Like Sanders and Travis Hunter. Like I just know. Big name players.
Definitely. Now, Caleb, you're a Utah Utes fan, right? Yeah. So let's talk about that a little bit. Utah Utes fan. it looks like again Cam Rising is going through another injury situation. What do you think of that? What's like? Is this it for him? Like, is he going to get another year of eligibility? Because we don't know what the injury is at this point. At least I don't.
It's his hand. He got hit on the sideline against Baylor, and he roughed up his throwing hand. He ran into like the coolers or some shit from what I saw. I think they said he should be good to go against Oklahoma State on Saturday, so that's gonna be a big matchup.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he'll be, and that's the thing. He's at this point he's made of glass,
Yeah.
But you can see our offense looks way better with him in the lineup compared to him with not in the lineup. At that Baylor game, Zach Wilson's brother, he's a true freshman coming into the game. It just, against Baylor, they weren't clicking on offense, and they ended up not even scoring a point in the second half after being up like 23 to like 6 or something like that after the first half. I can't remember the exact score, but they were clicking on offense, and then he got took that hit. He was out for the rest of the game. I think last week was a precautionary sitting, just to not have him play against Utah State, knowing that should be a winnable game with with him out of the lineup. For some reason, Zach Wilson's brother's not his first name is not coming to my dang head right
Isaac.
now.
I think it's Isaac.
Isaac Wilson. There you go. I was like, shit, I know his fucking name. I can't. It's like John Boy.
I was trying to think of it too.
Yeah, I was like, it's not Xavier Wilson. Like, what's his name?
Yeah.
Isaac Wilson. What's it called? But he did good against Utah State, being a true freshman. So he had like 3 touchdown passes. He had the highest grade. He was like the highest graded freshman of the week. So, future could look bright with him coming in. He got some practice reps. He gonna learn behind Cam Rising. I'm sure Cam Rising. This is gonna be his last year.
Yeah.
Was it 7 years now? So
yeah, I was about to say,
but, with the NIL, I don't blame him for coming back. So I'm sure he's getting some sort of money through the NIL and sponsorship deals and all that. So, I know the team was gifted like brand new like pickup trucks last year and shit. So I'm sure he's trying to stay as long as he can back.
Yeah, he's trying to get that money because he's probably not gonna have an NFL career. I wouldn't think.
No, I mean he could probably go undrafted. Try out for a team, but.
Yeah,
at this point, you came and stay healthy in college. You're injured every single year. You're 25 years old.
Which
maybe the UFL could be a choice.
Which I have a question about that too, because not to transition, but I want to talk about Texas a little bit because we're talking about quarterbacks that stay getting hurt. I mean, Quinn Ewers is a guy that's kind of your Heisman front runner at potentially if he comes back and plays. And then on top of that, one of your top quarterback prospects in this next upcoming draft. So how do y'all feel about, first and foremost, how do you feel about Texas leaping Georgia to be number 1? And then how do you feel about Quinn Ewers, his future as a quarterback in the NFL? Because I have some thoughts on like his injury history.
Yeah, so I'll make it quick. I told you last week, Cam, I think it's Georgia and Texas and everybody else. So I don't have any problem with Texas jumping Georgia. They looked good the last couple of weeks. They blew out their opponents, whatever. So I'm not mad at that, and Georgia struggled. So that's fine. Mm-hmm. Quinn Ewers is starting to become a blue tent warrior. And I think people need to start noticing that now before you start crowning him the number 1 pick for possibly the Carolina Panthers. We'll talk about that in a minute. But again, I just think that I'm kind of with you, and me and you kind of talked about this a little bit off camera, I think a couple days ago. He's starting to become a blue tent warrior. Arch Manning looked amazing, by the way, too, which that'll be another topic for another week because it looks like he's going to probably get to play again. But, so for me personally, there needs to start being some discussion around his availability because this is happening every single season now.
It's 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Where he's been out for some type of substantial time. So in my opinion, Quinn Ewers is he's a great player, but he's becoming a little bit of a blue tent warrior. That's all. Yeah.
He clutched too. I mean, he clutches. I don't know what, but it's just, they need him on the field. But go ahead, Caleb, what was you saying?
I was gonna say that's if he can't stay healthy, I'm sure that's gonna have to hurt his draft stock coming April. That's gonna be the red flag is his health. When it comes, I'm sure we're gonna bring it up when we speak later about quarterbacks, but I'm good off him.
We're gonna jump into it.
I think so too. I'm good on him simply because of the injury history. Everything else, I'm cool with. Like I really like.
Yeah.
I think he's a dissector. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he picked apart Michigan. It was just ugly from on they and they're blowing teams out by literally 50. I think their average margin of victory right now is 50. So I mean, they're tearing teams up, but again, it's just he can't stay healthy and he can't stay on the field.
Yeah.
And if he can't do that, like you were saying about Cam Rising. If Quinn Ewers can't do that in college, one big hit by Will Anderson in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? It might tear you up, bro.
Yeah.
So
it's over.
And that's the thing with a guy like Cam Rising and Ewers, the talent's there. They can make the plays, but if you can't stay on the field, you're just hurting the team at the end of the day. Like
exactly. Like I always say, man, ability is the best ability is availability at the end of the day. So let's start transition over kind of more in you guys' lane a little bit more. The Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year. And there was an announcement about what was that when the season first started. So I guess now 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was like the morning of the first week.
Yeah, it was the morning of the first week. So a little over a week ago. Kendrick Lamar is the headliner in New Orleans. And he is going to be the guy that will be performing after a tremendous season. I know both of you guys are, SoCal guys, so I'm pretty sure y'all are both excited about that. But there's a lot of rumbling that why isn't Lil Wayne, with it being in New Orleans, why is he not in the picture? So I want to get y'all's take on just the whole. I want the music guys to go first here, Cam.
Yeah.
I want y'all take on the whole situation. Darnell, Caleb, whichever one, y'all go first. How do y'all feel about the whole situation in general?
You want me to go first, Darnell, or you want to?
Yeah, I'll touch on it first. Yeah, I was a little shocked, but then I think in the instant, I think it was like a business move. I think it was like Kendrick's hot.
Yep.
Not like us is being played a lot on the radio. I mean, it's been playing everywhere. So he's the hottest rapper right now. Yeah. And performance-wise, he gave you a great performance when he had with Dre and Snoop Dogg a few years ago. So we've already seen performance level, and we know how he is charisma-wise. It kind of sucks that Lil Wayne didn't get the recognition to be. I don't know if he'll be a part of it because now he had the video and now he's saying he's sorry. I know you guys want me to perform there, and it sucks. But hopefully, maybe years to come and all this stuff. But Lil Wayne hasn't had a hit in some time. He had good features, but we got to think about a hit and performance.
There you go.
And his performance level ain't that good because I think there was a clip about like the WWE, and he didn't really do that well. Like it was something like that. So I think on that level, I like Lil Wayne. He's like one of the top rappers, of our generation. But I think it's just performance level. It's just gonna make sense. But I see why the city of New Orleans and Louisiana, I think they're I can see why they're frustrated about it. But I'm just thinking, in my opinion, it just makes sense. It's a business move. I mean, he's gonna bring in a lot of people to watch it, and obviously we know not like us is gonna be performing. So that makes even the more the fans go crazy, and the Drake fans, be eerily mad about it. So I think that's just how I feel about it.
Yep.
My opinion on it, I think fans, especially fans of hip hop, just need to be appreciative that hip hop's being represented in the Super Bowl.
Now,
we went from all the Katy Perrys and the Bruno Marses and the Maroon 5s of the world through the 2000s and 2010s. We're now, people want to get on Jay-Z, but Jay-Z's actually bringing the hip hop culture to the Super Bowl.
Yep, absolutely.
So for people to get mad, have Nicki Minaj, going on Twitter rants, and this would be appreciative. I get it deals with Drake and all that, but Maroon 5 performed in Atlanta. No one was calling for any hip hop heads then. I don't, Usher's not from Nevada. He had the residency, but he's not technically from Las Vegas. But you got the Young Money's camp going on these rants about him not representing Louisiana, man, you might look at the upper heads in the NFL like, well, you might just lose your shot at doing it in general in a different city because you're here, going on these rants about Jay-Z and the NFL and all this other shit. So, excuse my language. I don't know if I'm able to cuss.
You good, man.
I know your parents are watching too.
Nah, yeah, it's all good, bro. Go ahead. Because when we talk about the Panthers, I'm gonna tell my parents now I might be cussing. So you good, bro.
I'm an avid listener. Sometimes I can't join you guys live, but next day I'm listening to it at work. You guys were my number one listen on Spotify for podcast last year.
Appreciate it, bro.
But at the end of the day, Kendrick's hot right now. With his song, it's all tied in with Young Money because of Drake. So I get that too. But at the end of the day, we could have Sabrina Carpenter up there.
Yeah.
We can have
right.
What's that?
Olivia Rodriguez.
That's that. Yeah, Olivia, like the little teenage girl music up there.
We could
for
be
fans that don't even watch football. Like, me being a hip hop and not hip hop, a football fan. Like, sometimes it just bugs me. I'm at a Super Bowl party and people are like, "Oh, I'm just here for the halftime performance." Well, I'm here to watch football. You watch a football day, all year.
Right.
Cool watching, but I don't know. I don't see like that type of music fitting NFL when it comes to being pumped up for a football game. Like, I'm not gonna listen to Sabrina Carpenter. I don't want that in the halftime show. Like, what? Right. But I just say as hip hop fans, you just gotta be grateful that it's now being recognized in the Super Bowl because you weren't happy. We were having Katy Perry's and Dancing with Sharks on the fucking Super Bowl stage,
right?
So this it sucks. You want the representation because you're from New Orleans, you're from Louisiana, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain because it's better than again having someone like Sabrina Carpenter. No offense to her, but I just don't think that something like that would be fitting for the Super Bowl. Kendrick, he has a hot song. I feel like it would be fitting.
Yeah.
Cam, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, kind of like what you said. I think a lot of people are kind of understating like who Kendrick Lamar is, bro. Like, let's be honest. We got to be 100% real, bro. This is Kendrick Lamar we talking about. He bigger than Lil Wayne right now. I mean, he bigger than pretty much every rapper right now.
Well, people say he was nothing before the beef. Like, this man wasn't signed to Aftermath. Like,
that's crazy. Nah, like we got to be real, man. Like what Darnell was saying, Wayne ain't been a good performer. I mean, he a junkie right now, bro. Let's be honest. He can barely form a sentence. And we talking about somebody trying to
get. And a co-host on Undisputed when it was going without Shannon Sharp. No one cared for his Undisputed appearances.
Right. And it's just I'm not really fooling with it, man. But see, I think another thing that a lot of people have been saying that I disagree with is they were talking about kind of like what Kev was saying just now about in the past, this is what we've had. You know what I mean? We've had nothing but pop. I mean, it's just literally just pop and maybe a dash of rock in the halftime shows. You know what I'm saying? They started getting a little bit better. I think The Weeknd had a really good halftime show, but it was mainly a pop halftime show. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we ain't had nothing but pop until Atlanta. And I think Atlanta, after that Maroon 5 one, that's when everybody was like, okay, we need to make a change. That's when Hove came in and he did. Now, I know he came in for kind of a different reason, but he was like, I'm about to add a little hip hop, add a little culture. Because we got, let's be honest, bro. I want y'all to be 100% real with me. The NFL is like 75% black players.
Yep.
Oh, no doubt.
How many of them players do you think got Maroon 5 on their playlist?
None. Maybe the punter, the long snapper.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying?
The kicker.
The long snap all week.
You know the kicker. Like, I mean, shoot, we ain't nobody. No disrespect to Maroon 5 because we know they got a couple hits, but ain't nobody really listening to them like that. And when you in Atlanta, see, I was hot when they was in Atlanta because I was like, you could have brought Outkast out there, could have tried to get them back together. You had Future, you had, you know what I'm saying? They had a lot of options. New Orleans, they got a lot of options too. But like, I ain't tripping. Like if Atlanta, if they had Kendrick in Atlanta, I wouldn't even be tripping about it, bro. Because to me, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Kendrick makes sense in New Orleans. Kendrick makes sense anywhere.
Right. Yeah, he's hot right now.
You know,
get played in any city right now.
Right. Yeah. So I hated how, people got online and was just like, man, it should. Well, I even said at first, I was even like, man, they should have went after Wayne. You know what I'm saying? It being in New Orleans. But then I had to go back and think about it. Like, first and foremost, they've never got somebody from their hometown to perform at the Super Bowl anyway.
When did it be about where you're from?
You're right there. Good that you mentioned about where you're from, because I meant to mention this. People always want to bring up the LA with Dr. Dre and all that, but they got to realize that was the first Super Bowl in LA since like '93. So they're going to bring out, especially when you have Jay-Z involved, they're going to bring out the hottest West. When you think of the West Coast, you're not thinking of, whoever pop artist is from the West Coast. You're thinking of, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and all these people. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. He would have been on that stage too if he was still alive, probably. Yep. So, you think of those artists. So now that people want to have that expectation, like, oh, they need to be from where the city's being hosted from, which is not the case. And they'll be in LA back in like 2026 or so, 2028, and I'm sure it probably won't be someone from LA that time. You know,
it's not gonna be Dre and Snoop again. You know what I mean? Like they're not pulling nobody else out there, man. And so that's why. Go ahead.
And I'm saying I get the all the pop artists that they did have in the 2010s, because at the end of the day, Super Bowl, NFL, it's a business. They're gonna try to attract any audience they can, because the biggest game of the year, fans of other things that probably don't even watch football, they're too busy watching The Bachelorette, they're going to tune in, and they're trying to get something to cater to that. So it's all money driven. But now that Jay-Z's involved, and hip hop's actually, I would say, if not the top genre in music right now, it's definitely top 2 or 3. You don't really hear from rock artists like that no more. Like you don't. Then that kind of fills it out. It's not in the pop culture anymore like that. Like you'd hear like in the 90s and stuff with. But now hip hop's kind of the trend of being popular. So now you're seeing more hip hop artists too. So and it's all money, and that's all NFL's for. That's their baby right there. That's the most money they're bringing in the whole year. So I get it with all the other artists, but it doesn't have to cater to the city where they're from. Needs to perform.
I mean, if you even think about it, not to start my soliloquy, but like how many performances in the Super Bowl are people from there? Like, only one I can really think of in most recent history was Dr. Dre and Snoop and them in LA.
It's been like what, it was 30 years or so since the last Super Bowl was there.
I haven't really thought of okay, for example, the Super Bowl last year was in Vegas. Like you said, Usher's not from Vegas. Yeah. He's from out here. He's from
he had the residency that tied him, but technically, he's not. He's
not from Vegas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's another thing. I don't think that should be the new thing. Like, oh, it got to be in every city. Because what if they go to Green Bay, Wisconsin? You gonna tell them to go get a rapper from Green Bay and rap up? Like, it's just, I don't know.
If they had, who's from Louisiana from different genres? I know I looked it up. Like Tim McGraw was one. They could have Tim McGraw country ass up there performing.
Like, it's not a lot of options. So in my personal opinion, I agree with y'all 100%. Wayne, if this was 2013 or something, I'd be like, he should be on there.
I agree.
24, bro. I ain't heard a Wayne hit in years. He's been on
since 2013, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's not to knock Wayne like he don't got the hits, because he does. But right now he doesn't have it to where someone like Kendrick, he does.
And let me tell you something else too. Now let's keep it real. How many family appropriate hits do he have too? Exactly. You got to think about that as well. How many family appropriate hits does he have? Not a lot. So you got to keep that in perspective.
Lollipop on there.
That's what I'm saying. So it gotta be some type of perspective when we're talking about that. In my opinion, that's just me. But again, I love Wayne. Wayne is probably one of my favorite rappers of all time. I think he's really one of the greatest rappers of all time, in my personal opinion. But I'm not tripping over, him not being. If this was 10 years ago, understandable. Now, no. Kendrick's hot right now. He's got the hot records. He just had one of the greatest years of his whole career. Not gonna lie, man. I think it's the perfect time for Kendrick. They're riding a hot hand right now. He's the hottest rapper. He just dethroned the hottest rapper for the last 15 years. It just makes sense. Now, I don't know. Some people were saying that Jay-Z and Drake got beef or some type of. I don't know if that's like true. I don't know. I guess
they've been saying that for a decade, bro.
Yeah, they've been saying So I don't know if people feel like
they're just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah. See, I don't know. So
they were saying they had beef since what was that song? Pound Cake, bro. They had beef since Pound Cake, bro.
Nothing was the same. Oh wow. Bro,
I don't know the circumstance on that,
like
but again, man, I think the way Young Money has acted has been hella childish.
Man.
I think that it's just not. It's not.
Oh yeah, I definitely
going on her coat rant or whatever they're saying.
Yeah, just ranting about it. Yeah,
it's just
not making the situation better.
At the end of the day, I think Kendrick probably would have, and he might still. I think he would have brought Lil Wayne out. Like if they was shut up,
even though he rock with Lil Wayne, you know, his problem was with Drake. He was a fan of Wayne growing up.
Yeah, he's a fan of Wayne. So I'm pretty sure
he made a mixtape dedicated to Wayne with the C4 mixtape before he blew up. Like,
I'm pretty sure Kendrick would have brought him out. But now, now it's gonna feel like a here, damn, like come on, like you know what I'm saying? Because they did all this
like that charity case, like give them what they want.
Yeah.
I see somebody said, I don't want to hear it a milli 10 times.
Yeah.
The comments are funny, man. Jordan had me dead. Bryce Young definitely listening to this. Bryce Young one got me dead when you were talking, Cam, with Jordan Poole season.
Yeah. That one meme with Kendrick where he's like, no, that's about Lil Wayne retiring. Like that whole thing that he was flipping off. Y'all remember that when he got drunk and went on live? It was literally because Lil Wayne was talking about retiring from music. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
So look, man, I don't know, man. Let's move on though, because
is it time to get into it? Is it time?
Yeah. Let's get into it, man. I'm ready, bro.
Let's talk about it.
You already know, bro.
All right, let me kick it off.
Before we start, man, am I able to open this up? I brought this just for this convo.
Yeah, we need it.
I need one. Man.
He gonna need it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Chill.
Crazy.
Chill said, get that swimming pool and dive in it, bro.
Let's go ahead and jump into it, Cam. Bryce Young benched after what? 17 games, 18 games?
18 games.
After 18 games, Bryce Young has been benched. And he is going to be a backup behind Andy Dalton. Canales has now gave the keys over to Andy Dalton after 2 weeks. And he just says he feels like this gives the team the best chance to win with Andy Dalton. And now, just after 18 games in his career as a Panther, it's essentially over. I'm just going to go ahead and kick it off, man. I'm going to go ahead and just get my rant out the way.
Get your bars off, bro. Get your bars off, bro.
Y'all see, I got a Panther shirt on. I'm staying loyal. David Tepper, sell the fucking team, man. Sell the fucking team. I don't need to see nothing else, man. This is ridiculous. Let me just go here first. You forced a hand, allegedly. You forced a hand to draft Bryce Young. From what people were saying, you were the one who forced that, right? Everybody keeps saying Dave Canales made that decision. I don't believe that. I think David Tepper said, no disrespect, I know y'all from San Diego. I think David Tepper said, I seen Chargers fans who don't even have fans in LA. They don't even have fans in LA like that. They just came in here and took over our stadium. I don't know 5 Chargers fans in my whole entire life. And they just came in here and took over our stadium. I think what happened is David Tepper says, if we keep this up, we're cooked. And we're not going to be able to keep people in the stands. And we're going to get the stands are just going to get worse and worse and worse. Now, I do think Dave Canales probably thought as well, Bryce ain't getting it done. Now, here's also what I will say. If he's pulling Bryce after 2 games, Cam, you know what this tells me? They lied all training camp. That means Bryce Young sucked through the whole entire training camp, and they didn't say a motherfucking word. Sorry, mama and daddy, for cursing. I'm just keeping it real. Which again goes back to coaching. Now, the dysfunction in this franchise is, I cannot believe I'm even saying this. I think David Tepper's worse than Dan Snyder, bro. I never thought I would say that. I think David Tepper is a worse owner than Dan Snyder. I did not think that was possible. I did not think there could be an owner worse than Snyder. I did not think there could be an owner worse than, what's my guy up there? James Dolan at the Knicks. Oh, we found him. His name is David Tepper. He is the worst owner in all of sports. Cam, I want to bring a stat up to you. You know who's the most losing franchise after Sunday in all of professional sports? In all of not just football. They became that on Sunday as well in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, the Carolina Panthers are the worst professional sports team winning percentage, period. The next closest team to them, and we talked about this last year because they was right with them, was the Anaheim Ducks. The Panthers are now, with the 2 losses, now the worst winning percentage team in the last 5 years in all of sports. And it all goes back to one person, David Tepper. He hired Matt Rule. Failure. Then they bring in Steve Wilkes, who actually did good. The only time the Panthers have been bright at all in the last couple of years, they canned him. Then you bring in a guy that just got fired 5 months before you hired him. Just got fired. You say, yeah, let's bring this old guy in that looks like he needs to be in the retirement home. You bring him in, you fire him after 10 weeks. Then you bring in this young slappy Dave Canales, who's young as crap, and I'm gonna get on him in a second. He's in over his head. I don't think he's a bad coach. He's not ready to be a head coach right now. That's just the facts. He's not ready. You bring him in and you tell us this lie of he's this quarterback whisperer. He's this quarterback savior. He saved Geno. He saved what's my boy name out of Baker. He saved all these quarterbacks. And after 2 weeks, he calls it quits on saving Bryce, who you just invested multiple first-round picks in, multiple players in, essentially. This franchise is dysfunctional. I've never seen anything like this before. I thought that the Redskins, when they had Snyder, was bad, and the Commanders, when they had Snyder, was bad. This is worse. And like I told Panthers fans the other day, go in the space, you better get ready for a lot of losing seasons because there's going to be a lot of – the losing is not over. Because now Cam and Caleb and Darnell, now that you've benched Bryce, you have told the whole entire world, we're good without you. You've told that kid that yesterday. We're good without you. A lot of people saying, oh, this is not the end of Bryce in Carolina. Yes, the fuck it is. He's done. He'll never play another starting snap in Carolina. That's over. Because when I seen the other day, yesterday, when Bryce, and I guess Bryce, team was saying we were shocked by the news. We can't believe they benched him after 18 games. I said trade request is up next. That's exactly what's coming next. He's going to be wanting out of Carolina, and I'm not going to lie, he deserves it. Again, was Bryce terrible? Absolutely. He stunk. But you cannot give up on a quarterback after 18 games, bro. You should have let him roll out there maybe about 6 to 10 more games and said, look, if he going to suck, we going to find out all the way through that he sucks. You cut the tree at 8. He's cooked. His confidence is way cooked now. It's over. Bryce Young will be in a new uniform next offseason. And all of this is going to boil back to David Tepper. And this franchise is cooked. I hate to say I don't wish death on anybody. I don't wish death on even David Tepper. This franchise is cooked until probably he passes away. I'm just keeping it. I hate to sound like that. I know that sounds terrible. Honest to God, I don't wish death on nobody. I wish David Tepper many years of life. This franchise is cooked until he dies. It's no other. I can't put it any other nice way until he sells the team or dies. I think this. I know that sounds terrible.
You ain't lying.
Really.
You're not lying, bro.
Terrible. You ain't wishing this. It's kind of a fact.
It's just what it is.
I mean, it's what it is.
Or sells the team, it's over. That's all I gotta say. I'm done with it. Go ahead, Cam.
Man, y'all. Somebody texted me earlier today. Okay, at work, and he went to Alabama, or he's an Alabama guy. He's from Alabama, so he knows all. He's a football dude, Southern guy. He knows all about Bryce Young and stuff. So he texts me. It's like, Cam, Andy Dalton, is that what's gonna fix it? Like, is that give me your thoughts. He know I like sports. He know I'm a Panthers fan. I told him, I said, bro, don't even get me started. I said, don't even get me started because I got bars for David Tepper. I got bars for the ghost of Jerry Richardson. I got bars for Nicole Tepper. I got bars for Matt Fool. I got bars for Frank Reich. I got bars for Dave Canales. I got I got bars on bars for Ron Rivera. I could go all day. We could be on this pod 5 hours. Y'all can leave, take a nap, go to sleep. 5 hours later, I'll still be talking. I said, don't even get me started. Let me tell you the issue, bro. T already told y'all. David Tepper is a thug. He's a king. He's a wannabe kingpin. He a thug, bro. He a wannabe kingpin.
The way you say that was funny. I was like,
he a big fat bully, bro. Bald head, shining, glistening. He a thug. He a kingpin. Y'all know Kingpin. All my superhero people, y'all know Kingpin from Daredevil. Y'all know Kingpin. Big fat white dude, bald, and think he owned the place. That's what David Tepper is. He walked inside. I mean, he was at the stadium and he threw that water on them people. Y'all remember that? He pulled up to a restaurant that said asked him to sell the team or something, or to ask him to mind his own business.
Yeah,
he walked in the restaurant and pulled that man's hat off his head.
That was crazy.
David Tepper is a thug, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, he is a thug. This is the reason why the Carolina Panthers suck right now. How you going? He stick his hands where they don't need to be. He hired Matt Rule because he said he looked like him and he smelled like him. He hired Frank Reich because he had a lot of experience and he was an older guy. You know what I'm saying? He told Frank Reich that even though him and Josh McCown, a guy who played quarterback for 20 years in the NFL, he told them, hey, I know you guys want CJ Stroud, but I want the short guy. I want the little guy. I want the guy that's nice. The point guard. I want the guy that won the Heisman. And I get that. Everybody did. But your coach didn't want him. Your coach, the guy that you just hired, and the quarterback coach, those two guys said they wanted CJ Stroud. You could see it on their face at the pro day. They wanted CJ Stroud. But you had to come in, you and your wife had to come in and stick your nose where it don't need to be. And you made them pick Bryce Young, who I personally have no disrespect towards. I tweeted this out the other day. I said there's nothing Bryce Young could do on the field that would make me hate him. Like I hated Sam Darnold, you know what I'm saying? Or like I hated Baker Mayfield, because I already knew what these guys were coming from, and I knew these guys weren't no good. Bryce Young, he had the juice coming out of college. He had the juice coming out of high school. He's had the juice his whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I said this the other day. I said there's nothing he can do to make me hate him. There's nothing he can do that makes me want him to get out of Carolina. Because I know at the end of the day, even though he hasn't played well and he hasn't looked good, and a lot of it is his fault, it's not all his fault. Because he got that big, fat, white, bald, sorry sabotager in charge of things. Keep in mind, this is the same man that tried to fire Mike Tomlin from the Pittsburgh Steelers when he was the owner there. That's the same man that led the movement. You know what I'm saying? This dude doesn't know the first thing about football at all. And he's trying to control the team and control the narrative. And he wants to take, the real issue is he wants to take credit for when things go right. But see, when things go wrong, he tries to scapegoat it. He scapegoated Ron Rivera at first, which he needed to go anyway, but he said it was on Ron Rivera. He was going to bring in a better coach. Then he threw all that money on to Matt Rule and gave Matt Rule longer than he deserved. Matt Rule probably should have been going after the second year. It makes no sense that you brought him back in the third year. Then you let Matt Rule go. Now you bring in Steve Wilkes, who, by the way, Steve Wilkes had won more games than Ron Rivera and Matt Rule did in the previous 4 years. In one season on a team that wasn't even his, that he didn't even build. He won 6 games. He was 6-6. And did it by running the ball and playing defense. That's Carolina Panthers football right there, bro. That's what got us to the Super Bowl both times. And then you didn't bring him back. And then you hired Frank Reich, somebody who was almost 70 years old. I think he was 67. Somebody who pretty much already said that if I don't get this job, this is it for me anyway. Because he was old. And you brought him in and you tried to surround him with 200 years of experience coaching wise. And all them guys was running a Jim Crow playbook. That's how bad it was. Nothing but runs, bro. I mean, it was an ugly playbook, vanilla. You know what I'm saying? And you fired him 11 games into the season. And then his quarterback, the guy that he selected, that you made him select, you left him out there to dry. And then you brought in this new young gun, the opposite of Frank Reich, apparently. You tried to do the opposite of that. You brought him in, and now he done benched the guy that you wanted. And he even said in the press conference, because I was listening to the press conference, he even said, these conversations that I've had with David Tepper, I prefer to remain quiet. That was the answer to a question that was asked that said, was this David Tepper's decision? So in my humble opinion, what that means is yes. I need to know. That right there means yes, this was David Tepper's decision. So David Tepper picked Bryce Young and then benched Bryce Young 18 games into the season. And Dave Canales, if I'm Dave Canales, I'm like, I didn't want him anyway. That's not my quarterback. I didn't choose him. You know what I'm saying? And Dave Canales, I mean, the wide receivers are getting open. The offensive line is playing well. So clearly he's a somewhat talented play caller. Bryce just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So now Dave Canales has made the decision to go with a 38-year-old quarterback, Red Rifle, and is going to try to win some games there and try to salvage his season. Because I know with Tepper breathing down his neck, he don't know if he's going to survive the year. Yeah. Because in the last 6 years, the Carolina Panthers have had 7 coaches, and he don't want to be the guy that's leading in the number 8. He don't want to be just another statistic. The issue is David Tepper, bro. I'm not answering nothing about Bryce Young. I don't care how he's looked. I don't care how he's played. The issue is David Tepper. And until David Tepper...
I lagged out.
Yeah, we'll get him back. See if we can get him back. But until David Tepper minds his own business, and I'm talking about not the Carolina Panthers business. I'm talking about minds his own business and let the guys that he hired go to work. All right? Until he does that, the Carolina Panthers are going to be screwed forever. And like you said, he's 60. Somebody posted a tweet the other day. Again, I ain't wishing death on nobody. Somebody posted a tweet the other day, though. Pretty much said the same thing that T said. Yeah, the life expectancy of somebody is 74 years and David Tepper's 67. I want people to understand this. First and foremost, he ain't going nowhere. He's a billionaire. Yeah. He's at least going till he's 100.
Yeah,
at least
80 at least. He gonna
at least 87.
And again, we not wishing death on David Tepper.
No.
I don't do none of that. So I don't care how much I can't stand him. I ain't wishing death on him.
And let me say this too real quick. A lot of the issues with the Carolina Panthers are actually on the defensive side of the ball, and a lot of people aren't talking about it enough for me.
Yeah.
How do you overhaul your entire cornerback room a week before the first game? How do you cut? Keep in mind, they cut Caleb Von Chase on, I think, the day before the first game. Yeah. And they just cut sack leader. They just cut him today. And he led the team in sacks this year. So, first and foremost, you can't get a pass rush. Derek Brown is now out for the season. You know what I'm saying? What is Bryce supposed to do? Because both the games, for some reason, you sent your defense out there on the field first, and they can't even get a stop. So now automatically, Bryce Young gets into the game, and we down 7. And that's automatic. Look, man, it's just at the end of the day, bro. Yes, Bryce had to play better. No, Bryce didn't play good at all. He didn't look good. He didn't look like an NFL quarterback at all. But we got to stop pretending that this isn't a David Tepper issue. It might not be a Carolina Panthers issue. I know a lot of people are saying it might not be a Carolina Panthers issue, but this is absolutely a David Tepper issue. And he's been pretty much the face of the Carolina Panthers for the last 6 years, going on 7. That's all I got to say, bro. This is a David Tepper issue.
Caleb, go ahead.
Man, I was thinking about this all day. And I was trying to figure out where I wanted to start with this. Because, the problem started when David Tepper bought the team. What was it, 2018? Between, cutting Cam Newton, that left us a salty taste in everybody's mouth.
Yeah.
And then Teddy Bridgewater took the heat of all that, which I don't think he deserved. I don't think he should have been the answer, especially which he wasn't going to be. He was just a placeholder. To be honest, I think he should have lasted more in the season. But with everything that was going on, off the field with the fans and the heckling and all that, I'm sure he didn't want to be here. But you look back at it now, it's like what we should have done is just build around Bridgewater, and when Bridgewater's time comes, that's when you draft your franchise guy, or sign or trade for whatever they wanted to do to get that franchise guy. But I don't think they should have gave up on Bridgewater after one season. But I get everything that happened around that caused that to go away. And then the bright idea was to trade for Sam Darnold. You give up a second round pick and a fourth round pick.
Second, fourth, and sixth.
Yeah. A second, fourth, and sixth. You give him the 5th-year option before playing it down. Knowing how bad he was, knowing that he probably would have either got released or you probably could have later on gotten for cheaper than a second round pick. You probably could have gone for a fourth and a sixth instead of that second. So Carolina was fleeced right there with that trade. And just knowing how bad he was with the Jets, no one else was going to – I highly doubt any other team would have given them a second round pick for him. And then you gave him the 5th-year option. And he looked good those first 3 games. And, then came Dallas. And that's when reality hit. Like, okay, this is what we got. So you give him the 5th-year option. You're still trying to figure out what you're doing at quarterback. You trade for Mayfield a week or two before training camp. And what year was that? 2022. And throw Mayfield out there. He obviously didn't play great. And then fucking what's his name? Matt Rule. I didn't even bring up that hiring. He got canned right before that Rams game, which sadly I went to. But speaking of Matt Rule, you bring in a head coach from college, has no prior NFL experience other than 1 year with the Giants offensive line, that Super Bowl year. That's like the only experience he mainly had. You bring him in, you give him a 6-year deal. Obviously he wasn't fit for the NFL. Not just because he was a coach in college, I mean he's going to transition to the NFL. He had no really NFL experience to begin with. And that's the same thing with Canales. He had 1 year of 1 year as offensive coordinator. What was it? 1 year as a quarterback coach with Geno Smith, or was it 2? It wasn't that long.
I think it was.
He had 1 year as a quarterback. He was at Seattle for a while, but he was as a quarterback coach, and then 1 year as a coordinator.
Yeah, he spent like 12 years with Seattle, but it was only 1 year with as a prominent position.
Yeah. So speaking on him, I'm gonna get back into that, but I don't think he's ready to be a head coach, in my opinion. But we'll get to that when I catch up on the years. You fire Matt Rule before that Rams game. I went to that Rams game. That was the most boringest game I went in my fucking life. I don't blame Steve Wilkes though. You fired him on like a Tuesday, and you had to be prepared by a Sunday to be in charge of everything. I was so bored. I was just looking at my phone at tweets. I didn't even realize Robbie Anderson was thrown out. I found out on my phone. I didn't even see him get thrown out live. I was on my phone. I found out. I'm like, wait, what fucking happened? I'm here yawning in the fucking stands and shit because we threw the ball past the line of scrimmage like 5 times. Then you threw in what's that? What was that Washington quarterback's name? That one quarter. What's
PJ Walker.
No. He went to Washington. He's like a journeyman now, like on practice squads.
Jake Browning. Jake Browning.
No, not Jake Browning. Is it Jake Browning? No. Wasn't
Jake
Browning?
Luton. That's the guy we got. No, he went to North.
I can't think of his fucking name. If I see it or hear it, I'll know it. But he played like the last 2 series of the game, and it was this fucking.
You talking about Eason?
Yeah, Jacob Eason.
Jacob Eason.
I was thinking like Easton Stick, but no, Jacob Eason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played like the last 2 series where I remember. That was like the boringest game. But that was Steve Wilkes' first game, and after that, we went on a run. We did lose to Pittsburgh and all that, and then Tampa Bay. But that was like the most identity this team had since bringing in Matt Rule. The players are actually playing for him. He put there was I don't know about you guys, but I have no expectation. I haven't had expectation for this team in a while where nothing surprises me. If we lose, I don't even give a shit. At that time, when they brought in Steve Wilkes and looked like we could have played for the division, that was the only time since Tepper bought the team where I felt actually had not expectation, but hope. Where okay, I have something to cheer for, something that I can look forward to. We're in the thick of it. That's the only time we've ever in the middle of something. Ever since Tepper bought the team, we've just been asked, and we know we're gonna lose every single season at that rate. But that late in the year, usually it was once you got to week 8, we're done. We're gonna do it. But that was 2022 when Wilkes came in and actually felt like there was a culture being built. That's the only time since Tepper's been the owner that we felt like we could have actually been some. For what I can remember, maybe 2019 when Cam got hurt, but Colin had that fluke of a run, which I did go to the Arizona game. That was a good one. McCaffrey had some long runs and all that. But Yeah, and then so you move on from Mayfield. You bring in Sam Darnold just for ticket sales. Not Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, which I was grateful to be able to go to that Arizona game when he came back. I bought the tickets before I even knew. It's crazy though, because something told me that week. I don't know if it's something in me, but like something told me that week I was going to be seeing Cam Newton that Sunday for some reason, and it ended up happening. But
that was hope. That was hope.
something that's like has had that feeling like Cam Newton was gonna, like, for some reason I was gonna see Cam Newton that Sunday, and then the signing came out, and then like, sometimes your gut be telling you. But so you do that. You do it for ticket sales. You pretty much tarnished his damn career at the end of his career. He's never gonna get another shot, especially after those 4 games that he played with us. Yeah. And that's all Tepper's fault. Throwing him out there against Miami with fucking shitty offensive line. They just ate him up all fucking day. I mean, he had that miracle stuff happening against Washington, and we ended up, failing him with that. For him, we lost that game. So, when he returned to Bank of America Stadium, so, Tepper, he failed Newton as a Carolina Panther, in my opinion. In general, he deserved better. Didn't deserve to be cut. Yeah, the injuries were concerning, but I didn't think he deserved to be cut.
Yeah.
And he had one more year on his contract. They could at least let him finish out.
Yeah, and that rubbed everyone the wrong way. And that's when everyone pretty much started hating Tepper, because at first when Tepper bought the team, there was a lot of hope. A lot of people were like, okay,
"Oh yeah,
Tepper's gonna finally get us to the promised land. Hopefully, make the right decisions for this team." People were wanting Ron Rivera gone, which was I wanted him gone, because at that point it was time. And he thought he's gonna be making the right choices going forward, but obviously he hasn't. And so yeah, he brought Cam Newton back, failed him as a Carolina Panther, in my opinion. And then pretty much since then, just making the wrong decision after wrong decision. You have a problem. The team's going to be dysfunctional when, yes, you have, like you mentioned, the quarterback coach, Josh McCown, and the head coach wanted CJ Stroud. The owner button in and wants his guy. There's going to be that dysfunction there. Obviously, they're coaching a guy they didn't fucking want. That's the guy they didn't want. The guy that's in charge of this team has to have their franchise quarterback be the guy that he didn't want. Of course, there's gonna be dysfunction there, and and I was Young was 1A in my opinion on the draft, and then Stroud was 1B. I wouldn't have been mad at either. Who I didn't want was Anthony Richardson, which I still don't, and I went want Will Levis with all that hype. That the 4 quarterbacks they thought could have been top first round picks, top 5 picks. But you went with Young, And last year you saw glimpses of what he can be, but you also, the offensive line was the blame, and the receivers. This year, it's just his confidence looks shot now. Like what you said, I don't see him playing. Probably never playing another down in Carolina. It's sad to say, but I don't know if they're gonna end up trading him sometime during the season, or where they go, where they roll with that, how they're gonna do it. But I don't see him wanting to be in Carolina, especially if they come out, his camp coming out saying that they were surprised by the benching. And I also wanted to say, I mentioned on Twitter though, because I know you guys mentioned about the Charger fans. We played the Chargers week 2, knowing that if this was a week 16 game, that stadium probably would have been empty as hell, or just all Charger fans.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't think there was gonna be any Charger fans there on Sunday, because I didn't think LA Charger fans were down in Carolina unless they traveled. Well, a lot of people are moving out of California, so maybe that's why. But that's a whole different discussion about money, but the economy. But what's it called? I didn't think there'd be fans there. So if they played that game week 15, there'd have been nobody there.
Nobody there.
Like a UFL matchup out there. I wouldn't see. I wouldn't. And that's the schedule makers knowing what they do, and they schedule that week 2 for that reason. Same with the Raiders the next week. The Raiders be getting packed out by other teams as well in Las Vegas, so that's why they put them week 3, because they think the fans gonna have hope still for, like, say, a team like us, so they're gonna show up. But by the end of the year, there's no, nobody, no care. Bank of America is gonna be the other teams, opposing teams at the end of the year.
Field,
no one's gonna be showing up to that. You might have some, but like it's gonna be dominated by the opposing colors. But I'm not surprised though that they benched Young. I thought it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen this soon. I thought maybe if it was another stinker, maybe week 4, or maybe after week 4 after Cincinnati. I thought it was going to maybe leading into that Chicago game, or maybe even after Chicago, just due to that headlines. If he kept stunking it up, maybe move on to what's his name? Bryce, to Andy Dalton. Also, they gave Canales a 6-year, another coach with a 6-year deal. Again, no coaching experience, so that alone was a red flag. That was a red flag. It is the same thing with Matt Rule, a 6-year deal for a coach that's never been, anything. Rule nothing in the NFL, and then Canales 1 year as offensive coordinator. I get it. What coach would want to come here? I mean, I don't. He's looking for a shot, so he took his opportunity. But no prestige coach. I don't think. And if I was a prestige coach, I wouldn't want to come to Carolina, knowing how dysfunctional it is. How your owner has a short leash on you, like you can just cut that. And I don't know. And that's the thing. I think Canales is trying to play for knowing what they did right the year before. Yep. I feel like he needs to make a change because he feels like he's on a leash. Like he might just, especially if they're getting blown out and playing horribly, like they might just fire his ass like week 10. Like
be nervous.
Yeah.
You know what? Real quick, not to cut you off, but real quick. I do want to bring up another thing because you just kind of touched on it a little bit. In the press conference, they asked him, what's the reason why they see. Sometimes I don't like the reporters because they ask too many specific yes or no questions. Mm-hmm. But I got to give Dave Canales some credit because he kind of went out of his way to answer the question in the way he did. They asked him pretty much, did you come to Carolina with the intrigue of coaching Bryce Young? And he said, no, I came to Carolina because it was my dream to be a head coach. And that lets me know, see, a lot of other coaches would have said, yeah, I want to play with the guy that was a former number 1 overall pick. They got a lot of talent. But to me, that lets me know that I don't think Dave Canales, again, I don't think he particularly likes.
Which goes back to what I was saying, Cam. He sucked in training camp and they kept it hid.
And
that's what this tells me.
And that's why they waited till week 3 of the preseason. They waited till week 3 of the preseason for him to play backups for one series, even though
only way you bench somebody
starters should have been out every single game.
Only way you bench somebody in game 2 of the season is if they suck in preseason and also as well in training camp. That's the only way I see it. 2 bad games shouldn't get no quarterback benched. So the fact that he got benched in 2 games. That tells me they lied. He was trash the whole off season, bro.
And let me say this too. This is a particular case too, because remember back in Houston when Freakman Watson got drafted, they starting quarterback, I think it was Tom Savage. He only started for half the game. Remember the first game, and then they benched him, but they benched him for a rookie. Mm-hmm. We're talking about benching a second-year player who was supposed to be a franchise quarterback for an old guy.
It's over.
That's the difference right there.
That's why I told y'all I think Bryce Young has played his last down in a Panther uniform starting. I think it's over, bro. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people are saying and I guess I'll ask this question too to y'all. A lot of people are saying Dolphins would make a lot of sense for Bryce. To me, I think the best situation for Bryce Young would be LA, the Rams. Go back home, sit behind Matthew Stafford for a year or 2, chill out. Learn from one of the best. Chill out, sit back, relax. Don't even worry about it. Build your confidence back up in that familiar area. I think it would make sense.
Confidence.
And Sean McVay is amazing.
Yeah.
So
you want to talk about a quarterback?
Yeah, I think to me, everybody keeps saying the Dolphins. I think the Rams would make a lot of sense for. You got 2 good wide receivers already in Nakua and also as well Cooper Kupp. I think that makes sense for him to go to LA personally.
Yeah, and the thing with Miami is you trade him there. Depending on if that happened this week or next week, you expect him to start right away in Miami in a whole new offense?
Exactly.
When he's already been playing bad and he's been in all offseason pretty much.
That's crazy. To learn a whole new offense.
That's not going to happen. I think he should. So like you said, T, if it's LA or any team that's eventually going to need a quarterback going forward, he should sit a year or 2, do like what Jordan Love did, because obviously. Some people didn't think Jordan Love was worth the 26th overall pick. He sat behind Rodgers for a couple of years, and he got hurt week 1, sadly.
It worked out.
Going back to last year, his first year starting, and then he played decent week 1. He looks like he can be the future of that franchise. So that
he was amazing.
Be best for Bryce Young. Yeah, might be best for Bryce Young to sit behind a veteran. Even if it's New York, Rodgers ain't gonna play forever. That market might be too big for him because of that media. But,
the Dolphins O-line worse than ours.
Yeah, a team with a veteran quarterback that's going to look for the future, and they're in the, and that's the thing. If it's a team that's in the mix of it and they got a veteran quarterback, they're not going to be getting the top pick, so they're not going to get a top quarterback. So if I was a team like the Jets or like Rams, if they're trying to play for the playoffs, you have an elder quarterback, maybe throw in a 5th round pick or whatever you think is worth for Bryce Young and develop him behind the veteran. Because if you're a top team with a older quarterback, eventually you're going to have to find that replacement, and it could be Young, who was once a first overall pick. But if you're in the mix of the playoffs or whatever, you're not going to get top 10 , So
there you go.
I think
that's what cut you off earlier.
Hey, my choice. I was the team.
Yeah. I didn't want to cut you. I didn't mean to cut you off like that earlier and sidetrack you, but I just did want to add that about the whole Canales thing.
We can ramble for days about what's wrong with this team. I'm kind of just like thinking on top of my head right now what's coming to mind of what the problem is, and I tweeted it. At the end of the day, the whole problem is David Tepper. From the moment he bought the team, the timeline leading to this moment is because of him, not because of Bryce Young, not because of Dave Canales. They're just trying to do their job. But the reason why the team is what it is right now, how dysfunctional it is, how poorly managed and poorly built it is because of David Tepper and him trying to, put his foot in, owners.
Think we losing you, bro.
Yeah, about to say we're losing a little bit.
Yeah, we're losing.
All right, I'm back now. You hear me?
Yeah, you good. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, owners need to learn how to be owners. Someone like Dave Tepper has. Well, you were a hedge fund owner. You weren't even what NFL experience did you have before being a partial owner of the Steelers? Like, be an owner. You hire a GM for a reason. You hire a front office for a reason. Let them control the team. So obviously, him and his big head is the reason why, we're so dysfunctional right now.
Yep. Darnell, you on the outside looking in. I want to hear your take.
Yeah, Charger fan.
With the Panthers.
He said, "I'm a Charger fan." Hey, I love last Sunday, man. Woo.
Yeah.
Man.
Nah, it's for the Panthers looking in, inside looking in, it's like
you're an outside perspective, man.
Yeah, my outside perspective, it's terrible. Like, I don't know. Did you I was with you with the draft. Like, how did you feel about Bryce Young even getting picked, 1st round pick? Like, how did you even feel about it? Did you know?
So,
how did you guys even feel about it? That's the real
I was okay with him or Stroud, me personally.
Yeah.
I was 1A, 1B, either one we take, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I think we all. I remember. I'll tell you straight up. I remember when we made the trade, how excited I was. I jumped in Sheena and Vastai's space and I started playing Return of the Mac. And I said that I was ready for Bryce Young to come to Carolina because I knew that's who he was probably going to pick. And I knew that because he was getting all the hype, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it was him. Stroud was in the mix too. They were kind of 1A and 1B.
It's
but
not
I
like
think
he had won a Heisman in Alabama. They were winning in Alabama. Like,
right?
Who wouldn't be hyped for that? The only knock was that his size.
Exactly.
Yeah, his size was too small.
He's like still a concern because he's still jumping up, trying to throw the ball, jumping off his feet and shit. But
yeah.
Was he doing that last year, by the way? Because I don't remember him doing that, jumping, throwing stuff.
So my thing is with last year, last year he was a little. It's crazy to say, but last year he was more comfortable because I think he was still confident in his skills. This year he looked like he ain't got no confidence, so he's out there doing. Yeah, he out there doing stuff.
He's throwing in double coverage or something.
Yeah,
man, bro, it's bad, bro. When he scrambled out of the pocket, and
I'll say this. Sorry to interrupt.
Away, that's when I knew.
Yeah, go
ahead.
No, I don't want to interrupt. I was gonna let you finish. But I'll say this. Do you think his confidence and everything would be different right now if he didn't throw that pick on the first play of the game? Do you think that has like a big part in his confidence?
A year off like that is crazy. I'm not.
Knowing that you got blown out 47-10 the first week, and then you go into the Charger game with your confidence just shook, knowing that the media and everyone's just talking down on you, and it's like the same cycle from last year, and it's all over again in the second year.
What I think ruined his confidence for real is the fact that he had three different offensive play callers last year, and now he got a 4th one already. And it's only been 18 games. So that means on average, he's got a new different play caller in every 4.5 games. You know what I'm saying? So, which is insane. A new play caller every 4.5 games in your young career. You know what I mean? A lot of guys, Patrick Mahomes has only had one play caller, right? Like a lot of guys have only had one play caller for 10 years. Aaron Rodgers only had like 1 or 2, because I think McCarthy was calling the plays most of the time when he was in LA. And then he had Matt LaFleur.
these great quarterbacks to be in lucky situations, good situations.
They're lucky situations. That's what matters the most in the NFL. And I'm starting to realize that. Like a lot of these guys, I don't think Pat. I said this earlier to my guy that texted me at work. I don't think Pat, Lamar, Josh, or Joe could fix this because it's a terrible situation. You know what I mean? They might look better, but I don't think they could fix it overall.
And that's going to be the problem. That's going to be the problem if Tepper fires Canales after this year, 1 year into it. Because who's going to want to come into here unless they're just looking for a shot? And obviously, people that are looking for a shot don't have the experience, just like Canales. You're not going to have that coaching experience. So it's just going to continue to be dysfunctional. You're not going to draw on the free agents. Shit, people are saying, "Oh, we should draft Shedeur or Travis Hunter." The fucking Dion already came out saying they're pulling an Eli. They ain't coming here. The franchise is so dysfunctional. They ain't coming. Neither of those guys are coming here. People saying Archie Manning. I would love to have Manning, but the same family tree. Eli,
it's literally his family, right?
Yeah, they don't think that's gonna transfer over to Archie Manning. Yeah, probably will. Like they wouldn't want them coming to Carolina, knowing how they're doing Bryce Young and the coaches in general, and knowing that Tepper's the owner and how dysfunctional it's been. It doesn't seem realistic. Like that's going to be an option. You never know, but it's more unrealistic. Archie Manning ain't coming here either.
No.
Let me ask you this, because let me ask both of y'all this, because T asked me this last week, and I gave him a straightforward answer. Dave Canales goes 0-17 this year, 1-16, 2-15. You think Tepper keeps him, or does he fire him?
Him going with Dalton makes me feel like he feels he would get fired, but I don't think fired. But I think that I think Tepper won't make the same mistake of doing that like he did Reich. I'm hoping not.
That's what I said.
Wouldn't surprise me. But I think they'd keep him if they win 1-17 or whatever it is, 1-16.
Yeah, 1-16.
I mean, and that's the thing. What teams on the schedule can we beat? I personally thought the Chargers were a beatable team, even with our defense being.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm a little concerned now that he pulled Bryce Young that I'm starting to switch my answer, Cam, from last week.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like that's more like a cover your ass type of moment. So I am starting to feel like now if he goes 2-15, I think Dave he might be fired. Because why would you do that already? That's why I'm like, I would hope, I'm with Caleb, I would hope David Tepper has learned his lesson. I'm scared he hasn't though, bro.
Tepper needs to learn that.
I'm telling you for a fact. That benching yesterday, that call came from up top, brother. Mm-hmm. I don't care what y'all talking about.
That Tepper needs to know. Tepper needs to know if he fires another coach in another year, how bad that's going to look on this franchise.
Yeah,
he needs to know that. But his ego stop him from thinking that? Probably not. He's like, I'm doing what I want. Like, I'm not standing up for mediocrity and all this other shit. Like,
bro, I wish we was mediocre, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Below that,
I mean, we terrible.
He said we wasn't gonna be mediocre when he came.
Dude, week 1, I had to work that day, so I muted my phone until I got off work, until I finished my work. Dude, I have NFL Plus, so I was gonna watch the replay. Dude, I put on the 3-hour version with the commercials because I just like the feel of like actually watching, like if I was watching it live. When I saw Bryce Young through that pick, I took that shit off, went to the condensed 41-minute version. I'm like, I'm not watching 3 hours of this shit. Fucking fuck.
The funny thing
happy
about
I did because it was
game,
47 to fucking 10. I was like, thank God, that's the best choice I made, man. After that pick, I'm like, it's gonna be a long day. I'm not wasting 3 hours.
It was a mess, bro.
I might doing that. I might start doing that every Sunday going forward. Like, fuck wasting the 3 hours of my life.
That's what T been telling people. T been telling people to pick up a new hobby on Sundays.
Yeah,
I got to go where I was if I wasn't.
I mean, the only reason I was gonna watch, I might watch this week because I do kind of want to see what Dalton's gonna do. But the only reason I've been watching is because I want to see Bryce. I want to see what Bryce gonna get better. And now since Bryce ain't playing, shoot, after this week, I'm probably tuning out.
I'm only watching this week. I got Raider fan friends, so I'm like, I don't know the reason why I'm watching.
Darnell, let me ask you this, bro. Let's talk about your Chargers real quick. Let's move on from the Panthers because we still got a lot. We still got a couple more things we want to talk about.
The Chargers, man. I shoot. It looks like it's gonna be a good season. I mean, I feel like the atmosphere for the Chargers now, as Harbaugh being the coach, I think I can feel the vibe. I think like when I see clips of like Harbaugh getting, Herbert pumped up, like this man loves football. I mean, this man like really loves the game or the sport, and I think the energy you could just tell. And I mean, 2-0, I think they haven't did that in some time. So
It's been since 2012,
something.
I think.
Yeah, something like that. So I mean it's looking good so far. So I mean they're gonna have a turnaround season, but it's just they lost a couple pieces. Wish they had Keenan Allen still. Wish they had Mike Williams still. Eckler. I mean, if they had the same kind of little players now, but now they got to work with different players now. So it's gonna be a little different. But like right now, I think it's just a turnaround season. I mean, I can see. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I was trying to see. I mean, what else they got going on? What's the schedule?
I thought Quentin Johnston played his first good game of his career.
Man.
The other day ago, he looked good.
Yeah, five catches, 50 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he looked good.
It's crazy. I was listening to a Charger podcast leading up to that, and the dude fucking said his bold prediction was Johnson was going to get 2 fucking touchdowns in that game, and it pissed me off. He was fucking right.
Wow.
I don't remember what podcast it was.
He was mad. You're like,
that motherfucker predicted it right. I'm like, this dude.
One of them was so easy.
He had 2 touchdowns all year last year. One TD
all year last year, bro. His whole career, he doubled his career.
We're the team to make him look all pro. Like, come on. Man.
Yeah, that one touchdown. I mean, in the end zone, nobody. They used communication on defense.
They saying Horn got cooked. I mean, Herbert had the ball in the right position for him to catch that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that would never happen if they didn't overrule that fumble, and then Horn bounced back the next drive and got the pick. So, I mean,
he played great the rest of the game. Horn did.
That was a good spot. Where you had it, where Johnson was able to make a catch. That's Herbert.
I got to give the Chargers some credit. I think Joe Alt. I know a lot of people, including myself, said that was a head scratching pick. Not no more. Joe Alt, you are. You will be
good.
I was saying that all draft season. That Alt's going to be the guy. He had to be.
He will be an All Pro. He will be an All Pro this year.
With Harbaugh's philosophy, run first team. You have 2 very good tackles now. You're going to utilize the play action, which Herbert's able to do, and he has good feet. He can scramble out if he needs to. You saw that designed run in the fucking red zone last week. He picked up 20 yards on it down the red zone.
I thought Lad McConkey showed some bright spots too in that game.
He did.
I think the Chargers are going to be okay this year, man. I don't think they're going to be as terrible as I thought they were going to be.
Harbaugh went to another perfect situation like he did with San Francisco. To be honest, like you have the defense built, you have now you have a good offensive line. You got some decent running backs, obviously that can work in his game plan. Herbert's the guy.
Stolen from the Ravens, by the way, both of them.
It was Greg Roman. Coming over. Yeah, Greg Roman coming over, so he's familiar with those guys.
Yep.
So man, Harbaugh was going to LA for the Chargers was a great
good team on his
and the schedule makers are doing him justice. Raiders week 1, Chargers,
Steelers,
Steelers, and then that's the thing. The schedule makers, I know they're fiending for a 3-0 matchup against the Chiefs week 4.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule. You know what the schedule makers are doing. They're plotting for good matchups at certain weeks.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Now, Cam, are we moving on to drafting defenses, or did you want to hit some more NFL stuff?
Let's hit. We can move on from the NFL. Let's talk about your mans, bro, or not your mans, but the big.
You said you had 20 years.
I thought we were waiting to the end. We ain't doing that at the end. Are we doing the draft at the end?
Yeah, we're doing the draft at the end. Let's go ahead and dive deep into it. Everybody been asking about it in the comments.
Yeah, everybody been talking about it.
Yeah, 20
it's
years.
Time to go ahead and get into it, man.
But it's not funny for real. It's really a serious matter.
No, it's
no, it's just the memes though. Like it's
it's really a serious matter.
It is.
But
it is.
So finally today, we've been waiting for it all year long, but Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested by the FBI and indicted on charges.
Yep.
Give me y'all thoughts, man. Y'all. Let's guess. I want you guys to go first.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna let you get your bars off in a second.
Oh yeah.
But I want y'all to go first.
I'm ready for T's bars.
He
had 20 years though.
Listen, I used to watch Making the Band when I was how old? I was probably 7, 8. And you know, they say kids pick up on people's vibes the best, kids and dogs. And every time I seen Diddy, I just got this sinister feeling about him, bro. Every time. And I'm an 8-9-year-old kid. I don't know nothing, but I just did not like that guy.
Your gut
I
feeling
just
is
like
telling
something's not right about this guy. So I started investigating on him when I got not investigating on him, but I started learning more about, you know, the Pac situation when I got older, the Biggie situation, all that. You know, when you high school and college, you start kind of looking into that stuff more and finding out more about the diddler. And long story short, I started finding out about a young lady by the name of Kim Porter, right? And I heard about her story. I heard about the other young lady that he abused. The one he had, the other kid is her name Michelle or something like. I might be tripping. Justin Combs' mama. I can't think of her name. The one that looked like he don't look like the rest of the kids. He lighter skinned. I can't think of his name, but
I think I know
they say he Wolf kid. I don't know if he is or not. Wolf Anthony Jones. They say he's his kid. But anyway, let me get to my point. I started doing research on Diddy when I was in high school. And there was another man by the name of Gene Deal, who was actually his bodyguard. For some reason, I started listening to him. And he started getting on YouTube stuff and podcast stuff, probably like 2015, 2016 when I was in college. And I was like, I knew it was a reason I didn't like this dude. Something's wrong with this dude. I done seen so many different stories about this dude, and I have not liked him since I was a kid. So I'm here to say I don't wish no harm even on the diddler. I don't wish no death upon him. He needs to sit in that prison and take that time because he's caused pain and misery to so many other people. I forgot about the shooting situation that happened in New York where somebody got shot in the face. I forgot about that. And Sean went to jail for like 20 years for that.
Yeah, booted out of the country.
Yeah, and got booted out the country because I forgot all about that.
Go to Belize.
So it's so many things that Diddy has done, and a lot of people all these years have been terrified by him because he's powerful, he's rich. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people are terrified by him, and I think it just took Cassie stepping up, saying, "Hey, this dude's a monster." There are several different things, and today is a win for the victims. I think all the victims should be smiling. I think every woman that's went to a Diddy party should feel safer today. I feel every woman especially that's out here should feel a lot safer with Diddy not being on these streets. I don't care. That's just my personal opinion. So again, I know everybody's making the jokes about the $1,000 baby oil. That is crazy.
1,000 bottles, bro.
The $1,000 baby oil is insane, and lubricant is insane. But
they calling it a Frico case, not a Rico, but a Frico case, bro.
Stop! This is serious matter.
Can't make this up. Can't make this up though. I
ain't trying to be funny, but bro, my point I'm trying to make is I had a feeling this dude was a bad guy. I just had a feeling since I was like 8 or 9 years old. This dude is not good. And Cassie kicked it off and said, "Hey, I'm going to be the one to take a step out here and say this guy is not a good guy." And now it's came out. He's been indicted by the feds. New York, Southern District. Bro, they got like a 97.6 conviction rating, brother. You're probably going to jail today.
And they raided his homes months ago, so they waited to build up that case on his ass.
No, listen, Caleb, it gets worse than this. They have already denied his bond.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the justice system,
like 20 million.
Yeah, he's cooked.
If they denied your bond,
he's staying.
It's done. They have plenty of another.
They have their whole case ready.
Yeah, they have plenty of enough evidence to put you in jail for a very long time. I think I seen something today that said the minimum years he's gonna get is 15 minimum.
They said for the racketeering charge, he can get life.
And that's what I want to do.
They said it was a possibility of death.
Yeah, possibly life. He possibly could be life in prison. I think
no. Death. Like they said the death penalty was a possibility. Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I didn't know that.
They said
him in the baby oil.
He could be spending like R. Kelly, I think got 30 years. I could see Diddy doing 30. And that's just me being completely real. I do want to say I mostly feel bad for his 2 young daughters that I think like 17 or 18. I do kind of feel bad for them because I know that has to be embarrassing for them. Them boys, I don't really care about. Like they grown enough.
Oh, the guy.
At the end of the day, he got a family, you know.
Yeah, so. I do feel for the 2 young girls. I do feel for them, but overall, I'm pretty indifferent about Diddy going to jail. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna celebrate, but I'm damn near celebrating. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that dude. I've always felt like he was a pretty bad guy, and he needs to be locked up. He's harmed so many people. He's harmed so many people's lives, and I'm so glad that Cassie had the courage to step out and say, "Hey, this is not right." What he's done, and a lot of people are saying it was a money grab or whatever. It don't matter. It opened up the door for this guy to get charged federally, and he's going to go to prison for a very long time. And I'm not going to lie. Again, I don't wish nobody's freedom to go away, but this guy's damn near close to Satan, bro. So I'm not going to hold you. I'm kind of glad he's going to jail. He deserves it. I hope he's in there for 15 plus years. You can take that any way you want to. You can say, oh, you shouldn't be praying on another black man's downfall. This dude is damn near close to Satan, bro. I'm definitely cool with cheering for his downfall. Not going to lie. And I do not feel bad about it. And you're not going to make me feel bad about it. This dude is a bad dude. There's too much evidence of this guy being a bad dude. I don't care about him being a freakazoid. But when you are putting drugs in women's drinks to get them back home, if you are literally, kidnapping women and having them pretty much prostituted out, when that type of stuff is happening, that is an issue. That is a problem. When you are abusing women, we've got too many reports. He abused Misa. That was her name, Misa. He abused her. He beat her so bad she hit up under a car in L.A. And then he beat Kim Porter. I'm not gonna go too much further in that. I think he got something to do with her demise. I'll take that up with another day. But when you got this much bad rep on you, bro, you are a terrible person. There's nothing else I really need to say. It's too much evidence pointing to this guy being a terrible human being and a menace to society, which is why he does not have bond, because they know he's a menace of society. And again, you being a freak, you having same on same sex, if that's what you do, bro, whatever. But when you start to cohort people and starting to prostitute individuals, and when you're starting to manipulate systems in your power because you have money, that's where I have an issue with Diddy. That's where the problem lies with him. And that's why I'm glad he's going to jail. And I wish him nothing but the best of luck. Again, I don't wish death on any man on earth. But again, I don't feel bad about Diddy going to jail. I hope he rots in there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. And let me make a correction too. I said a $20 million bond earlier. The proposed package was 50. Yeah.
And they said, no, thank you. No, thank you.
You know, you can pay that.
Man, but speaking of, like, we mentioned Shine and all that, and Cassie, like, even like the artists that he had signed to him, like, he just did dirty. Like, you know, Black Rob, he died homeless. You know, he was homeless, didn't do his people right. Shine did 9 years for the dude. You know, other artists like Craig Mack and all that, like, he did a lot of artists dirty. Yeah, Mace. He's done a, fucking Biggie. Like,
Biggie.
Go through the cold conspiracy hole with that.
Yeah,
he was eating off Biggie with the Life After Death album and all that. You know, when Biggie died, and damn right, he was eating off that shit. So, I don't know. He just a bad person, like you said, T, all around. And it's good to see that Cassie wasn't, and that's the thing with a lot of female victims. They're scared to come out, but salute to her to coming out. And you always have the cases where you're skeptical if they're telling the truth or not. But, Cassie came out, even if it hurt her image or not. And at the end of the day, justice is being served right now. So, salute to her.
I mean, we seen a video of him whooping her, so we know.
In the hallway and all that.
Yeah. So obviously,
got proof evidence right there.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what gets brought out in this situation.
The
more to it.
Yeah, the trial, the case, and all that. You already said.
When y'all think trial gonna kick off?
I mean,
I don't know.
He already said not guilty.
I'm about to say, I thought it started today.
Today?
Because he already pled not guilty.
He pled not, but that's not the trial though. It's gonna be like a whole.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a case.
It's gonna be a whole case.
Yeah, like what, like a Young Thug case? Like it's gonna be like.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's pretty much gonna be like
you
that.
You never know. Diddy might be coughing up some information. You never know what's gonna go down. But
I mean, the fact that they finally get the video years later of him fighting in the hallway and stuff, but he just paid the people off. I mean, money is the rule of all evil in some things. People think, oh yeah, money can buy happiness. Money can do evil things, and this is what it goes back to Diddy. It's like he's been doing evil stuff for so many years. I mean, for so long, and it just took maybe one person to, so on and so on. It took more than enough people to kind of step up and it's like, look, man, we got somebody that's a menace to society, and he's abusing young people, young women, and it's just
young men too, from what it sounds like.
Young men, young men too. So it's like. Yeah, I mean, I think with like Justin Bieber or something, he could have been in this kind of mess too.
Usher,
I heard Trey Songz, Meek Mill. I mean, there's a lot of people, and then people saying the parties was crazy. I was there for a minute, but I never stayed that long. It's like, all these little things are starting to come out. It's like people are just hushing, like they just not saying it.
That boy Drake said it. The darker secrets are coming in light, man. Y'all better, cause I'm telling you what's gonna happen. The feds got them tapes. They got them tapes. They know who been bribed because he was charged for that as well. Bribed. He was charged with that. So they got them tapes. They got some stuff on there that's gonna have a lot of people shaking in their boots, which is why a lot of celebrities ain't said a damn thing today. Cause they know they shaking in their boots.
Oh yeah.
Trying to mind their business like they ain't involved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like they not involved. They'll be in the next ring with him, like like a whole.
Y'all think he gonna sing? Cam, actually, you go, Cam. What you think about the whole Diddy situation?
Man, I ain't got nothing else to add. I ain't even gonna hold you. Y'all done said everything, bro. Like that, everything. There's nothing more to. Let me say this. Let me add this to it. T, you said. Well, let me not say that. But I hope he get all them years. I hope he get the maximum sentence. I hope he get all of that because he owed first and foremost all the stuff that they said he did and all the stuff that was written and what I've read. You need a trigger warning, like a real trigger warning before reading all that stuff. It's ugly. It's disgusting. I know the memes and the jokes and stuff is funny and all, but like at the end of the day, these are real people that was really affected. You know what I'm saying? And they need their justice at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And then there was other people, not even the freako stuff, but like the actual his actual business in terms of the music that he did wrong too. Mm-hmm. And they need some kind of justice. You know what I mean? So again, it's just nothing else I can really add, nothing else I can really say to it, because at the end of the day, I knew this months ago. We was talking about this in the barbershop, matter of fact. If the feds come pull up to your house,
it's over.
It's over, bro. It don't even matter. Like people, they was sitting there. You know how people in the barbershop be. Somebody always got to have what's it called? An alternate opinion or whatever, right? They always got to
contrarian.
Always got to be that dude talking about some. Man, I don't know if he did it for real, bro. If the feds pull up,
he did something.
Hey, did he do it? Not. I said
that was radio home for no reason.
No. Yeah, exactly. They just not gonna pull up to your home.
Yeah, they ain't gonna raid your home to see you drag Cassie down the hallway. Like obviously
right. You did something. The feds raided the dude that shot up the school. You remember that? They pulled up to him. The dude, the little kid that shot up the school just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if they pulled up on him before that even happened, they knew Diddy had something going on and he was doing something freaky and nasty and illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's sinister, like T said. So yeah, I hope he get the maximum sentence at the end of the day, and I hope justice prevails.
Let me ask y'all a question, and then we'll move on to the last part of the pod. Y'all think that boy gonna sing like a canary? Because I don't think people are done getting locked up. I think it's gonna be more people. If you're gonna be in a Freako, there's gonna be more people coming down with you. Like a Rico is not just a one person thing. That's like multiple enterprises, multiple people. So I would
like
to know what's
I'm sure they'll try cutting some sort of deal to get some more names out.
Yeah,
it might be some real big names, to be honest.
A couple people connected to him that's running businesses have already stepped down from their businesses. So that right there should let you know how serious it is.
Who's the dude from 300 Entertainment that stepped down earlier?
Yeah, I don't know his name. Let me see.
Kevin Lyles ain't his name?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Kevin Lyles?
I think that is it.
Okay.
So
somebody stepped down.
Somebody stepped down earlier. And he had close connections with Diddy. So again, I don't know, but
he stepped down. Yeah, Kevin Lyles.
He did. Yeah, it was him.
He stepped down. Oh,
yeah, what I'm saying.
I didn't even see that.
So see, in the coming days, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of that. I think happening. These big CEOs, these big name people that we see, quote unquote, stepping down, and I'm stepping away from the music industry. Them the ones probably might be going with them. I'm just wondering because you gotta think about it. Diddy, I don't like the guy. He's one of the most famous guys in the world. Like he's really, really famous. Like he's super famous. So again, man, I think there's going to be more. I think it's going to be more people going down for this.
It's going to be an interesting case, man. Like Young Thug and his RICO case is already crazy as well. That's still going on. But yeah, Diddy. I mean this one. I'm curious to see. Who's gonna be named? I think I see the comments that said, son allegations, Trey Songz might be connected to that or something.
Yes,
Trey Songz in his own realm of problems.
I seen some of his already. His was real nasty from the past. So he definitely.
You talking about Trey Songz?
Yeah, Trey Songz.
He got some bad allegations.
He should have been went down too, but hey. What do I know, man?
Yeah.
I know? But
not getting bail, he's gonna be sitting there for a while because I'm sure this
trial. Yeah, he's gonna be sitting there. Because somebody said in the comments, they said that trial might not kick off in 2026. Y'all think
2020? Yeah.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while. He's gonna sit in that jail for a while.
You remember Thug? 2 years now? I'm about to say Thug been in jail since Drip Season Forever came out. Remember him and Warner got arrested like a month after that album came out. Remember that?
I was like, what, 2022?
That was 2022. That was 2022. Yeah, that was January 2022.
And they trial just kicked off middle of this year.
And it's still going.
And still going. So yeah, bro, he gonna sit for a while. But again, I am praying for those who have been affected in this whole situation. But as far as Diddy, I'm not gonna lie. Good riddance, brother. Not gonna hold you. Now, let's jump into the last segment of the night. We're gonna be so we went on you guys' podcast last year and we drafted rappers that we would put in football positions on offense. And now we're gonna do the same thing here on defense. Is that correct, Cam?
Yeah, we're going defense this time.
So I'm gonna share and do you got that Google Docs ready for me, Caleb?
I'm sharing it. I don't know. Oh, okay. Am I able to put it on? You can. Okay.
Yep, I got it. So let me make this a little bigger. There we go. So I'm gonna make this a little bigger. So this was the offense we had from last year. So just to kind of give y'all an example, we had some rappers on here that we thought, would be, like kind of fit what their positions would be. So like Blueface, we knew in college, actually he played against my college. My freshman year was his freshman year. He played against my college. He was at Fayetteville State. So we had put Blueface as quarterback. And then they put Quavo as quarterback. Quavo actually broke some records in the state of Georgia as a quarterback. So we're kind of doing it like that. So kind of keeping it realistic, what we think these guys could play if they played the game. So that's kind of how we doing it. So since y'all the guests, let's let them kick off first, Cam.
I think we let you guys kick off last time.
Yeah, because we got first pick last time. So
yeah. Darnell and I, we've been kind of game planning what we wanted to do. So we still rolling who we wanted first pick, Darnell?
That first pick. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right. So with our first pick in the podcast rapper draft at linebacker, we're gonna go ESTG.
I knew they were gonna do it. That was gonna be my first pick. I knew they was gonna do that because he actually got recruited to play football.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, he was actually good.
He had like 8 sacks in 1 year that he played.
Yeah. He actually had like college offers and everything. So that's a really good pick. Cam, who we got?
So scroll up and let me see the offensive list. I don't want to pick somebody twice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who we could put on here. Yeah, but ESTG was who I was thinking of.
Shoot, we should have. I just realized we ain't even game plan, folks.
We did. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm like, bro, I was thinking, but I was thinking ESTG.
Okay. Scroll down.
I'm gonna say that's why I was kind of happy he let us go first because I had a feeling y'all were.
Yeah. that's literally who I was gonna pick because I knew he had actually got recruited to play.
I'm gonna text you a name, T.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, because I didn't even, we should have prepped our board a little bit better.
It's all good.
We're running a nickel defense because we drafted 3 receivers. So
okay, bet that sounds cool.
Oh, nickel. Okay, bet.
Yeah, just line them up with the offense.
Text me who you think. But that's who I was thinking. ESTG, man. I that's who I was thinking too, because I was like, dang.
The comments give you they giving some
they is kind of I don't know though. They saying you want to do this, Cam, at both? Do you want to? Did they play football though, Cam?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, shoot, ain't nobody. All these dudes probably ain't played football no more.
I'm gonna get my
if they did, Cam, go with them.
We done went through it. We just gonna pick one at a time.
Okay, just who you going?
All right, so at cornerback.
Okay.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, T. Hold on. Nah, I can't do this. Hold on, T. Hold on, bro. Okay, yeah, I do that. I do that.
All right.
I do that. Because I like the height. The height is good. He 5'10". At cornerback, we going Sway Lee.
Sway Lee at corner?
Okay. Yeah, we going Sway Lee at
corner. I didn't even think about him when I was thinking of
that man skinny boy. That man.
Yeah. Hey, these corners, man. You see these corners?
All right, Darnell, you remember who is going with our second pick?
Yeah, I was just looking at it right now.
You want to make our announcement?
Yeah, so with our second pick, we put him at cornerback, right?
Safety.
Oh, safety. Oh yeah, for safety we got Kalen for real.
Okay.
Kalen too for real. If y'all not aware, he played safety at San Diego State, so he got
yeah. Well, shoot, y'all boys.
Yeah, Mountain West Conference experience.
Oh, I got one. Cam. He older though, but he did play high school football in Florida. I'm about to text it to you. It to you. If we could play him, and he played safety in the state of Florida. So I just text.
Oh yeah, bro, we should have been to. Hold on, bro.
Yeah. He actually played college football wide receiver too.
Let's go.
Really?
Go ahead.
He played safety. So for our safety position, we're actually gonna take Plies. Plies played at Fort Myers Senior High
safety?
School. Yeah, safety. Yep.
Tell me why I had him there on our list.
Yeah.
He might be small, but he got the experience.
Yeah. And he played in college too. He played college ball from 95 to 97. So we actually gonna add him to our list.
Word. I like that. Yep.
All right, Darnell. You saw what I put
at third pick?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You want me to say it?
No, I'll do it. Also, with the Rappers, do you want to draft them based off like say if they were in their prime shape or like just how they are
fine.
now?
Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I still think he can do it now, but we're gonna go another linebacker and we're gonna put 50 Cent at linebacker.
We definitely got the size.
Hey, we didn't draft 50 in the first. That's crazy. We showed
Bowman at linebacker right there.
Yeah,
dang, we showed ain't pick. We ain't pick 50, nice bro. That's
combo. I ain't even gonna lie. That's a nice little combo.
Let me look at who on my Hold on. Let's see who these guys got. You know what? Let me look at this dude height real quick. T, I think we might have somebody. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see.
Oh, somebody. Oh, y'all.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Ooh,
y'all snitching in the comments. Oh God,
I don't even see. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and play him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Go ahead. Do that.
I was like, because he played football instead of Georgia too. And he was actually recruited as well.
So did. He did.
Yeah. Yep. So at the other corner, we're gonna take Jig. We're gonna take GID.
At corner.
Yeah, because he actually was getting like recruited too.
Yeah, he
was. We talked about it before. He was like, I got offers from here, there, so on. So we're gonna put him at corner.
Yeah.
All right.
Dante, good call, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot about that.
All right, Darnell, you got our next pick.
Yeah, for our next pick at defensive tackle, we got Rod Wade.
Oh, he clogging that motherfucking gap right
there. Yeah. Oh, damn. I know who our defensive tackle is. I know. I got one. I know mine. I know mine right now. I can't think of that kid's name, but he's big as hell.
We gotta make sure that he not on the
No, he's not. He not. God, he's a Texas fan. What's that damn dude name, bro? He fat. He real big, bro. Like he. Oh, there he is. I got him. I'm ready. I
think he's already taken.
Huh?
I think he's already taken. If I think who you're talking about.
No, please don't tell me he's already taken.
All right, guard.
Let me see.
He's on there, right there on the screen. Our right guard. Is that who you're thinking of?
No. That's not him. No.
You said Texas. So,
yeah. Oh, hold on. Go up. No, that is him. Go up.
Big X the plug.
Quick. Yeah, Big X the plug.
Yeah, he's our right guard.
Damn.
I got you. See.
Oh,
we solidified him. We made sure he was on our line last
time. I was thinking about that for.
We gonna put him at Cam. The dude you just said.
Let's put him at. You think edge rusher?
Yeah, because he kind of. Yeah, he ain't big. He big,
but he
okay. So at the end, man, we're gonna put boss man D-Lo, man. At the end,
okay.
Yeah,
put boss man D-Lo. We're gonna put him at the end. We're gonna put him.
It was for Rod Wave, man. Yo,
oh, shoot. I don't know, Cam. The first dude, I love him too, but the first dude you just text me, he kind of unathletic, man.
I seen it. I ain't gonna lie, I seen it.
He unathletic as hell. That's why I'm like,
oh man, D-Lo.
Do you see my text, Darnell? Do you think we should roll that next or a different direction?
Somebody said, did he play tight end?
Yeah, I saw that. Did he play tight end?
Bro. Oh my God.
Dang, yeah. Ooh.
On. Should I do that one? To get our other defensive tackle?
Who's that one?
That boy said, did he play tight end? Bro, that shit is not funny.
I'm just going to see if he's eligible.
All
right. So is Suge Knight eligible in this draft?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they say
he's still alive. Is he considered technically a rapper or at least involved?
I mean, close enough. I feel like he's solid.
I mean, he played too. So.
Yeah, he played at UNLV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
There you go.
Do you want to go ahead and get our cornerback room filled out?
Yeah, you want to play this dude right here?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let's go. Almighty King Sosa at the 80 cornerback. Chief Keef.
We're gonna put him at corner.
Chief Sosa.
Yeah, Chief Sosa in the nickel.
Chief Sosa in the nickel. Yep.
Yeah, Chief Keef at corner.
All right. Sosa in the nickel.
Darnell, I'll let you choose next.
Man, we got to get some big boys, T.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to think about now.
I'm saying those are kind of,
Talk to me, T.
Are you thinking Darnell?
Who have they took theirs yet?
Not yet.
Look at your phone.
I'm letting Darnell go.
Okay.
Is that straight? That's cool.
Boy, you ain't right. You know you ain't right.
Okay. Shoot.
She's big no more, bro. They don't lost the weight now.
So we got. Oh yeah, cornerback. Cornerback. We're gonna do a Key Glock.
Okay.
Oh,
that's a good one. And we can't put this person, bro. That person done lost the weight, bro.
Do it.
Nah,
do
it. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Do it.
Oh, he did play football out in high school though. This dude, they in the comments saying it. Hold on, I'm about to text you.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Who you think?
I see it. Yeah, you do it. Yeah, do that.
All right, we're gonna put Wale at safety at the other safety position.
Yeah, do that.
Wale at the other safety position.
Yeah, Yeah. I gotta start thinking about.
All right, Darno. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get an edge rusher in.
Defensive tackles lose weight too.
Where? Oh, the end.
Nah, we can't put that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
People sensitive. They gonna take that the wrong way.
All right.
But that person lost that weight though, because I seen it. I was like, dang, they done got small.
I saw his name in the comments, but I'm putting him at a different position. We're gonna put Schoolboy Q at defensive end.
Okay. Edge rusher.
Just due to the fact that he played wide receiver in high school, but man, he's kind of bigger. He's a little bit bigger, so.
Man, we need big guys. We need a linebacker, T.
Yeah.
We need I'm trying to think of somebody who big,
David Tepper at safety.
Trying to think of somebody who can rush, bro. Somebody that can be a nice Mike.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of nobody at this point.
Boy, we struggling. Hold on, T.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Let me look at who on my phone right now. What rappers I got?
We had the baby on the first team, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Hold on, I think I might have somebody.
Well, go ahead and say them, bro, because I don't got nothing. So you can just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, I think I got somebody. We're gonna go with Cash Cobain at D tackle.
Okay.
Cash Cobain.
Cash Cobain.
We're going Cash Cobain at D tackle, bro. Actually, no. Put him at let's put him at edge, I think, T, because I think we can get somebody bigger on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put him at edge. He big, but he ain't. I don't know if he D tackle size. He big though.
That's why we solidified Rod Wave. Rod Wave at D tackle.
That Rod Wave hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Darno.
We struggling.
Do this one.
Yeah, get that buff motherfucker on the edge.
Dang. So, shit. The last pick, DN.
Last DN.
Cool J.
Okay, yeah, he kind of.
Dang, Uncle L, bro.
Buff, bro.
Cool J right now, that buff motherfucker. I think he's so good.
We should have put him at linebacker, bro. Dang. I ain't even think about it, bro.
Come off the.
We should have had him at linebacker, bro.
For the run.
Hold on. What else we got left to draft, Cam? Two linebackers and two
linebacker.
All right, we need big dudes.
So we need fat rappers and we need buff rappers.
Buff.
Let me see. Let me go back to the last list. I might have a name for you, T. Because y'all said prime, right? So prime weight.
Picture them like being in their prime, like 50 Cent, like.
Oh yeah, 20s. You got to give me that last one. You got to give
or
me
whenever you want them to be, where you think like in prime shape,
Go ahead and just say it, bro, because I don't even have a. I thought he was in the first one. If not, go ahead and say his name.
He wasn't in the first one. I don't think. I'm looking for him.
Go ahead, then say it.
Was it we gonna go Fat Joe at defensive tackle?
It's Fat Joe.
In his fat prime.
Damn, none of us thought of Fat Joe.
You ain't picked him yet?
That's what I'm saying. I had to go back and look twice.
That's why I was like,
you would have thought like we got big guys to be on the offensive line. None of us. Well, yeah, prime. Yeah, none of us thought Fat Joe.
Yeah, fat. Yeah, fat Joe. Yeah.
Like we're
I got somebody for us, T.
All right, go ahead. Text it.
Fatter Joe. Okay. At cornerback, I feel like this guy can, I know he played like on the celebrity baseball team or whatever for MLB. We're gonna go. I think he can play this position. We're gonna go Travis Scott at corner.
Okay.
I feel like he could be an athlete.
Oh, Cam, you cooking now?
Quick.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah,
Houston
now. Go with that for sure. I don't think they took him in the first one.
I'm about to go back and look. I don't think so.
I'm about to look.
Crazy now.
Yeah, we getting good. I ain't gonna lie. Defensive tackle, we going prime. Max O'Cream.
No one picked Max O'Cream?
Oh,
okay.
man.
No one did. No one picked Max O'Cream. You said
kind of looking spooky though.
Yeah. Hey, actually, do me a favor. We might have to do
football too, huh? Did he?
Yeah,
we might have to do. We might have to go Cash Cobain. We might have to swap him and Maxo Slick because I think Cash Cobain was bigger than what Maxo was at his max weight, but it don't matter. We good across the line.
We gonna have a Clemson D line. That's all good.
Okay.
Big boys. Big boys.
Literally, you want to address our last safety or last corner? I mean, I think we can put the last safety we had. I think we can put him at corner.
Comment, bro. It's a cut. Oh, bro. I like. Okay, hold on. I like this comment. His physical prime.
I feel like he can play corner. I feel like he'd be more physical than the guy you listed, Darnell.
For first one corner for the
who I listed. I feel like would be more physical than the guy you named. In his prime.
Yeah, we can go with that one.
All right, it's your announcement.
You want me to say? Yeah, for corner, we're gonna go with Luda.
Okay. They go Luda. All right, Cam, go ahead and tell them the one you just told me. For linebacker.
The one I just said or the one you said?
No, the one you just said. That's a better one.
Hold on, let me make sure. Let me get the height right first. Let me make sure. Because we got to.
He said, let me get the height. Let me check his height. Is he 5'10"?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
He kind of short, too, the dude I was telling you about.
Shoot. We're going to have some short linebackers. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I got one for you, T. This is going to be kind of funny.
Just tell it, bro. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm going to check with you first.
All right.
We going prime, though.
Okay.
I might have to run these teams in a Madden simulation.
Go ahead.
Linebacker. We going prime. Hold on. We going at linebacker. We going prime. Hit you with no delay. So what you saying, yo? Silly with my 9 milli. What's the dilly, yo? Yes, sir. Buster Rhymes.
Prime linebacker.
We was thinking about putting Buster on the line, but linebacker's fine too. He buff motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ready buff, bro. You finna run. You about to run through that quarterback.
I got one for you, T. It's gonna be kind of funny.
All right, so we're down to our last picks. This is the final round. We have to address.
Really?
Final safety. You guys have to address linebacker. Darnell, you don't think so? I don't know. I think so. I mean, he's in shape. I mean, he can make a tackle in open field, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Cam.
Yeah,
go with him on that last one. Yeah, and I think he played football too, actually.
What do you think, Darnell?
Yeah.
He not on a list, right, Cam?
Let me go back and look. I don't think so.
I thought he was.
Yeah, nope, I think I'd rather go.
He's not.
Well, would you rather go with the second pick?
I think I'd rather go with what I said.
All right, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
I
don't know. Darnell wants someone different. With our last safety. So yeah, we have safety, and you guys have linebacker to address. This is my decision. I overruled Darnell's option. For our final safety position, we're gonna go no other than Drake.
Okay.
Only if he had Kendrick on offense.
Crazy.
Oh,
that is crazy.
He's in shape, man. I think he can
Drake.
That's a good pick. I ain't gonna lie.
I think
Darnell, who you was gonna pick? Darnell?
Who was I gonna pick?
He wanted Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, I was like Butcher or something. I don't know.
That's a good pick too.
That's a good pick too, Loki. Yeah.
But I was like, all right, this is a funny pick. Maybe
I'm going Drake.
With our last pick at linebacker, we going Mr. Flow Rider.
Yep.
Mr. Flow Rider.
Okay, that's a sleeper. Flow Rider.
Motherfucker too.
Yeah.
I forgot where he been. I forgot.
All right.
All right, so that wraps up our draft. I think that was a good pick. Good draft for both of them.
Chat, let us know. Yeah, let's hear it, chat. Let us know. Keep in mind, we got head
who
coaches.
Who will be the winner?
All right. Yeah. Let's see who your corners are going up against. Dave East, Chris Brown, and J. Cole. Sway Lee, JID, Jid, and Chief Keef.
I don't know. We got some big guys. I feel like Jid and Cole would be a fun matchup, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Dang, we didn't say the game at linebacker. That would have been cold.
They got game at tight end.
Oh,
they
got
game at tight end.
They
already picked it.
And
we said PRP winning by 30.
47-17.
Right, Panthers all over again. All right, we appreciate y'all for coming on again. Shout y'all stuff out before we shut it down for the night, man. This was a long podcast. We was on here for 2 hours, so appreciate y'all. We got 246 people in the building, so y'all really stuck in there with us. So shout out to y'all. Again, shout y'all stuff out because I want y'all to get credit and I want people to go rock with y'all. Shout y'all stuff out, man. And let people know where to find y'all at.
Yeah, man. You can find us at Pure Rap Podcast on pretty much everything: YouTube, X, Twitter, whatever you call it, Instagram, TikTok. So simple, just the name. We got a lot more coming. Again, we're taking a little break right now, but we're eventually, I'm hoping by the end of the month, maybe next month, we're gonna start doing in-person content for our podcast. Same thing with interviews. If it's local, we try to bring in guests and have in-person conversation, in-person interview. And if it's someone out of town, we can always use boot up the StreamYard. But there's more content coming soon for sure. Once our scheduling gets right, a lot more content. We're gonna try to hit up more events. I saw something say that the BET Awards is supposed to be in Las Vegas next year. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's the case, that's not that far from us. Maybe hit that up and then try to make connections through that. But yeah, man, there's more interviews too. Again, if you're working, I don't care if you're an athlete, you design clothing. If you have some hip hop influence with you like hip hop, we can come talk hip hop and talk about what you're doing too. So. That's for anybody. If you're watching right now, if you want to get into clothing design or you want to get into, whatever it is, and if you have some hip hop interest,
whatever,
business, whatever, business, a business owner, we want to, chop it up, still talk, talk hip hop, but also talk about what you got going on too. We help you, you help us. So you got anything you want to say, Darnell? And then I appreciate you guys for having us too, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. No problem.
So,
yeah. No, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I mean, us having the time, and we getting to meet up again. I mean, I can't believe it's been a year since the last one. I guess time flies.
Yeah, no.
But no, it was another great episode, man. I had a lot of fun, being with y'all on the pod, man. And I mean, and then for the Pure Rap, I mean, just stay tuned for more stuff. Looking more forward in the future. Just like Kev said, more connections outside in the field, really in person, and then more reactions and things like that too, more on the YouTube. So be on the lookout on the videos, man, and we could just talk hip hop,
Yeah, for sure, man. Y'all go check out the Pure Rap Podcast. They're literally on all streaming platforms. It's a really good listen, really good watch. Y'all go check them out. Cam, did you want to say anything else before closing out tonight?
Nah, just thank y'all for coming. Appreciate y'all for being our guests again this week. Or guests for the first time this week. Definitely want to have y'all back one day.
Yep.
We probably do special teams next time or something like that.
Right.
But or we might. Yeah, I was about to say we might do a
them.
basketball team or something. That'll be cool.
Yep.
That'll be cool. But yeah, thank
Or
y'all for coming back for sure.
Yeah, man. Again, appreciate y'all for coming on too, man. I know y'all had to make some scheduling arrangements since y'all are on the West Coast and we on the East. So again, appreciate y'all for coming on, man. Thank y'all so much. And what you saying, Caleb? My bad.
No, I was saying, we were talking about scheduling, and we pushed it back for you guys, so we appreciate you guys. 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, for you guys.
We appreciate, it's a work night. You guys got to get up at a decent time in the morning.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Good. We appreciate it, though.
Good.
We appreciate y'all coming on. Definitely gonna have to get y'all back on at some point, man. And we'll make sure it ain't a year from now again this time. So again, appreciate y'all for coming on, man. Thank y'all again. Thank y'all for sticking around with us tonight. Y'all did a great job. Y'all were very live in the comment section. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate the love and support. And we will holler at y'all next week, man. Y'all have